This channel's real, this channel's about documenting, this channel's about talking, having an open opinions. And let's get started. Say whoa, say whoa. Say whoa. Head of a horse, the body of a man. Unidentified flying object. Welcome back to another video.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind?
What's up, guys? It's me, Do Not Obey, and let's get into this video. Now you hear the birds chirping. It's a beautiful day out here in the mountains of Appalachia. Yes, go Tar Heels. I just wanted to say that allegedly, well, maybe not. I don't know. They flew by the moon. They're up there, you know, by the moon, and yeah, like how they went back there back in the day, where you could see like the fade in and out of the holographic people back in the day. You know, when they landed on the moon. And you can kind of like see the horizon through the guy's leg. Shout out to Bro Sanchez. He kind of broke it down last night. I'll try to leave a link to his video. It was a live. And, you know, with a flag just stopped moving. Stiff as a board, you know. So fast forward now. Hey, yay, 2026. They flew by the moon. And there's a lot of cool things that are not happening on the ship that I thought was pretty interesting to see not happening. But who knows, you know? Maybe we don't know everything when you get out of the firmament. Unless, like us flat earthers say, you know, the sun and the moon, whatever these entities, beings, or systems are up under the firmament. So if they do go to space is in the ocean for one, but if they go to the cosmos, you know, then we're still up under the glass. Allegedly, that's just my opinion. I don't know. So I found some cool clips, and maybe you guys can see kind of maybe where I stand on, you know, what happened. And you guys leave your opinions honestly below. You know, this is an open channel, but I'm gonna, you know, be myself, and you know, the energy is just what it's given. On top of that, yeah, so what we're gonna do is do not obey, watch these clips. I hope you enjoy them, and please stay woke, okay? And yeah, y'all, they went by the moon. They didn't land on it like they did back in the day. They just flew by it. All right, stay woke. Peace.
So I'm leaving school. I'm here at Eastern Florida State College, and even my professor said that the Artemis 2 is fake. It's fake, guys. All my classmates are saying the same shit here at Eastern Florida State College.
So this is supposed to be a real photo of Earth from the NASA Artemis 2, if you believe that. I don't believe this at all. Not one bit do I think this is a picture of actual Earth. But this is the trajectory. And if you look at that little way it goes, almost looks like a music note. But I can tell you that this is Antarctica, and yeah, I think they try to play us for being fools. But anyway, I'd like to hear some of your comments, if you think that's a real photo of Earth or not. But this is strange too, Antarctica. This is some footage of Antarctica. Whether you want to believe that or not, that's up to you. But anyway, this is probably where they had the moon landing, and maybe where the Mars rover does its thing somewhere in Antarctica.
The Artemis 2 is fake, bro. There are so many videos talking about it. Bro, it's fucking fake. CGI, all that shit, bro. Stop believing that shit, bro. There are so many videos right now talking about it. This is not the only video. I keep telling y'all, bro, wake the fuck up.
Look, I'll be honest. I don't even really want to do this video because at this point, if you still think this thing's going to the moon, I think you have a learning disability. And I'm not trying to be rude. I'm really not, because it was so censored at one point. It was so censored and you couldn't find good information, but it's littered over the internet now. You can find really good information telling you that there's a firmament and that the earth is flat and stationary. It can't go anywhere. That's why it's flying horizontally, my friends. You might want to get tested for a learning disability. Not to mention a learning disability, but you have zero awareness of being mocked. They're literally mocking you. These are the names of the astronauts. Reed Wiseman, Christ in a cock, Victor Glover, and well, Jay Rammy. And I actually wonder if they're giving a little nod to me there. A nod to the guy that is exposing all of their lies every day, all of the time. He's got a nice little butt chin there. Yeah, sure, these are all their names, and there's no mockery going on because they love their phallic symbols and mockery, and it's always right in your face. Right in your face. But why would they lie? Look, I'll be honest. I don't even really want to do this video because
I just witnessed the craziest shit while I was just watching the Artemis 2 live stream. I cannot believe this shit, y'all. You cannot make this up. They really just did this, bruh. So a lady started talking that was from the control center. And she started saying, in 30 minutes or 20 minutes, the crew will be waking up from the Artemis capsule. They're going to be waking up. And as she says that, 3 big ass lights shine from the capsule. And she goes, what was that? And I type in the chat, what the hell was those lights? And somebody under me wrote, she said, what was that? Laugh out loud. So I went back and tried to see the lights again because this is live, and they scrapped it. The first time I went back, they only showed 1 beam of light, but then they scrapped what she said. So then I went back again a couple minutes later, and they scrapped the whole shit. The lights is gone, and what she said is gone. Y'all, look at this shit. Mind you, y'all, this is the first time I went back because I said, I gotta see those lights again. Listen.
In just under 30 minutes from now, actually 24 minutes and counting, the crew will be waking up.
And the sound.
Currently.
So like I said, watching it live, like the light you seen with that sound. And the lady goes, what was that? And I wrote in the chat, but the second time I go back, you don't even see the lights no more.
So you see, look right here, it'll kind of distort because it's computer animation, and it can't animate that closely with 2 different objects moving side by side on different layers.
This is an example of a food that has not been.
So they put this red dot on there because that is if you know anything about video editing, you want to put a bright red area on something for motion tracking to keep track of where your animation is going.
Here in space, and those are green beans.
And it disappears sometimes. Yeah, so if you know anything about animation, you'll know that this is why they have these dots on things, because you need it to track with the program so that you know where it is in the 3D space that's built inside of it. All these things that are floating, it's actually CGI, is completely computer animated, and that's why there's so many inconsistencies with it.
We do have to eat our vegetables even in space, but don't worry, they do give us mac and cheese.
None of this even happened. So you see, look right.
All right.
Loud and clear, Victor. Howdy.
All right, watch this orb. It glitches out.
I have you the same. Thank you.
And then there's orbs flying all over.
See, this is why people question the moon. This is why people question NASA, because this is a NASA spending apparently billions of dollars right? Sending people to the moon for the first time in 50 years. And this is what they show us? CGI, right? Showing us a bunch of people in an office somewhere. This is what we're getting. Bro, where is the live feed of space? Where is the live feed of...
Bro, NASA, you just cannot get your story straight. Call me crazy, call me a conspiracy theorist. Bro, NASA, you just cannot get your story straight. Call me crazy, call me a conspiracy theorist, but didn't NASA say that the Earth was a geoid shape? But the new pictures released from the Artemis 2 mission, where these people are supposedly traveling to the moon, the Earth is a perfectly round sphere, like in the pictures they released. But if you go to earthdata.nasa.gov, it's a geoid. So what is it? Is it a geoid, which is an irregular rounded sphere, or is it a perfect sphere? Because every picture from outer space depicts the Earth as a perfect sphere. So is it a perfect sphere, or is it a geoid? Bro, NASA, you just cannot get your story straight.
Clear is clear. Copy that. I'm anchored and starting the handoff now. Tether looks good. Clear is clear. Copy that. I'm anchored and starting the handoff now. Tether looks good. Clear is clear. Copy that.
First of all, is actually shrimp cocktail. And this has been rehydrated
You
already.
see that?
It's actually
Look at it.
shrimp cocktail. And this has been...
Like, whether this is a green screen, CGI, AI, it doesn't really matter what it is because we know that it's not real. You really shouldn't require proof or evidence anymore to know that they're manipulating you. But I mean, this bag is literally phasing right through his ear. You're not going to tell me that this looks normal or it's a glitch or an artifact. No, none of that. You're not going to get away with any of that. And you shouldn't even need an explanation for what's going on in here because it clearly just looks weird. When something is real, this is not what it looks like. Just by looking at this for like 15 minutes, you'll find 1,000 different things wrong with it. If you know anything about video editing, then you'll know what that red dot on that bag is. Now, you see how when he goes to grab the bag right here, this is the side that the red dot should be on, but it's not there. You clearly can't see the red dot, and then all of a sudden the red dot is back when he brings it lower. See, no red dot. Now the red dot's back.
Did you see that? And I'm wondering, what's up with the lettering behind this ball? How are they doing with you so far from home?
Like what? Wait for it.
I overheard from some of the conferences, and then what I enjoyed watching
what
with
is
my
this?
family.
Watch the most recent SpaceX rocket launch, and at the end, I want you to tell me if you really think these rockets are going to outer space. Check it out. Takes off nice and strong, fire thrusting out the tail end. It's like, man, this rocket is really going to go to outer space. Or is it? Because we know what the Bible tells us, how God created the heaven and the earth and placed a firmament over the earth. Waters above. Keep watching. You know, you have to really give them props though. They keep trying to break through this firmament. Doesn't ever really seem like it works though. Once again, these are my theories. I believe what the Bible says. You guys believe what you want. I'm just trying to show you what looks like a rocket breaking through the firmament, or at least trying to. All right, check it out. Here we are. We're getting close. And And we're almost there. Look, what happened? It stopped. And it blew up. It hit the waters above, not going any further. What's that look like to you?
Towards the moon. Now the crew inside Orion is speaking out from space, talking to Fox News. What they're saying next.
This is unbelievable that we can put our minds to something at it.
Warning, the Artemis mission astronauts may be a hoax. Yeah, sounds crazy, right? Because every time you watch a rocket take off, you imagine the crew sitting right on top of that explosion, seconds away from either history or disaster. But here's where things get interesting. In some missions, safety protocols are so extreme that evacuation systems are always on standby, and in certain scenarios, astronauts can be pulled away from danger in seconds. We're talking about high-speed escape systems, emergency towers, and procedures designed for one thing only: survival. Now, imagine this. A launch countdown begins. Everything looks normal, cameras are rolling, millions are watching, but behind the scenes, there's always a plan B. Because space agencies don't gamble with human life. So the real question is, if something goes wrong at the last second, are astronauts really staying on that rocket? Or could they already be on their way out before you even notice? Think about that.
So do that for the window teams, and we'll science, and we will also do that for the window teams, and we'll back you science, and we will also do that for the window teams, and
Why didn't that iPad float during the Artemis 2 mission? It turns out we've all been fooled. The astronauts were showing off the food they eat on the spacecraft. That food floated around the cabin like magic. It looked like a classic sign of zero gravity. But if you look closely, you'll notice an iPad sitting steadily on a table in the corner. At first, many people thought the iPad might be made of some special material or held in place by some invisible device. But is that really the case? First, the spacesuits the astronauts wore were clearly different from what astronauts usually wear. During takeoff, they wore bright orange spacesuits, but most astronauts typically wear the standard low-key white spacesuits. So why the switch to orange? Is it to make them easier to spot on camera? Or is it to make us more likely to believe that they are really flying into space? Second, just before launch, staff quietly slipped the latest iPhone into an astronaut's pocket. The live broadcast was reportedly done with that very iPhone. But remember two basic facts. First, there's no internet signal in space. Second, their capsule didn't have any windows at all. On top of that, a leaked photo of a green screen strongly suggests that the whole event might just be a carefully staged performance. What's more, even astronaut Christina Cox's glasses didn't float in zero gravity. They stayed firmly on her face as if she were still here on Earth. Was this space mission just a show, or was it a real event after all?
Guys?
Why does astronaut Christina Cook always wear her hair loose inside the space capsule? Nobody realizes that these three details indicate they probably aren't orbiting the moon at all. NASA has officially released images of the 4 astronauts living inside the space capsule. However, the fact that Christina always wears her hair down has sparked intense debate among netizens. First, Christina didn't have this hairstyle before entering the capsule. Her hair was tied up. Also, there are numerous precision instruments inside, and in a zero-gravity environment, loose hair could easily fall out and cause equipment failure, but they didn't seem to care at all. Second, the Artemis 2 mission is a high-risk lunar orbit mission, yet the astronauts wore almost no protective gear inside the capsule, just like when they are on the International Space Station. Third, during the entire supposed lunar orbit, the astronauts only transmitted distant images of Earth and space, and have never published a single clear, close-up photo of the moon. This inevitably raises doubts about the authenticity authenticity of the mission and whether they actually reached lunar orbit. Do you think they were really orbiting the moon?
2 now bound for the moon. Humanity's next.
Look. Yup, that is exactly what you think it is. A zip line taking the astronauts off of the rocket right before it goes up and flies straight up and then down and lands in the ocean because they're not actually going to space.
Good roll pitch.
Because it's not real like you know it. There's a reason why the first moon mission since 1969 took place on April 1st of all days. It's because it wasn't even happening in the first place. Because they cannot go to the moon, and they've never been able to go to the moon. The rocket flies up and then it falls straight down into the ocean. And that zip line took those astronauts straight off. That's why we didn't see them on the live stream at all. We just saw the crappy CGI picture of the rocket flying nowhere. We didn't even see the astronauts in the cockpit. It's ridiculous. If Richard Nixon could call with a landline phone all the way up to the moon in 1969, why can't we have a live stream of them in the cockpit while it was even on the ground? Because that didn't even show up at all. We didn't even see them before they launched on the ground inside the ship at all.
Did you notice Christina Cook's nervous expression when Reed Wiseman deliberately took out a floating prop? No one realized that one move from Cook turned NASA into a laughingstock. After the highly publicized Artemis II launch, Cook, as the only female astronaut, was always in the spotlight. But her strange behavior seemed to confirm that space travel was just a hoax. In a recent space class, Wiseman suddenly placed a doll in midair with a smile, trying hard to prove they were in space. Meanwhile, Cook's face changed instantly when she saw the floating doll, nervously touching her hair and constantly glancing at the camera. People speculated her unconscious actions exposed the whole mission as a fake. First, Artemis II never dared to show anything outside the window. Despite being 48 hours into the mission, the live stream focused only on the cramped interior. Initially, some explained the spacecraft had no windows at the back, but in reality, they didn't exist. Next, Victor Glover mysteriously disappeared. In many scenes, he was missing, while often seen working out shirtless. Meanwhile, Cook seemed to distract the audience to cover up Glover's disappearance. Lastly, there seemed to be a subtle connection between Jeremy Hansen and Christina. He was always smiling at her, even seeming to unconsciously try to touch her, which many mocked as unprofessional, comparing them to Disney World actors.
NASA's already done fucked up their CGI live stream. This hasn't been tampered with or nothing. This is straight from the live stream that's actually still live right now as the time of recording this video. This is solid proof that they are not in space, you guys. They are using advanced green screens. So if you are still believing these guys, I can't help you at this point. You are literally seeing the moon. Last time I checked, I could see the moon shapeshift in real time. You are literally seeing them deceive you in real time as we speak. And this happened over the course of multiple times throughout the past hour. I've been screen recording every single time that you see the moon shapeshift like this. It's their CGI screen that's messing up. And on top of their little ZGI little toy that's been glitching out here and there as well.
Thanks for showing us.
Here goes the second time that you catch them. Look at all these bots in the chat, in the live chat. Oh my God, it looks so amazing. Oh, that's our moon. Wow. Oh, I was here. I was here to witness this. Good luck, NASA. Oh, you are the best. Glory be to God. God is so good. Oh my God. Little do they know that they don't even see the moon glitching out right before their very own eyes. These are literal bots that they can't even see what's happening right before them. Seeing the moon transfigure right in front of their eyes, and they don't even pay any attention to it.
Here we go again, guys. I posted this video, but look, right here. What's that lettering? And why isn't it rotating with the ball? Oh, wait, hold on. Nothing. And then that blue part is going to show up again, and look. Letters. More letters. Look it.